Hi everyone, here is my Bristol Bot activity. So for Ask, I had those questions, and the Bristle Bot works by using the vibration from the motor to move around. The essential parts are the motor, battery, and the connective wiring. For improving this activity, I would give students the materials and ask them to create a robot that can move instead of giving them the specific steps. Some materials that I thought would be useful would be paper plates, cups, forks, spoons, construction paper, foam, etc. Anything that you kind of have on hand that you think students would be able to be creative with and make a robot out of. For the Imagine, I imagine students being able to use the materials given for the Bristol Bot to create a new robot design without the pre-written directions. This will challenge students to think about the process of getting a motor to run and getting to design something of their own. For the plan, I actually didn't plan out and create a new robot, but I would give my students time to make a plan for their robot with the materials given. I used our materials to make the actual Bristle Bot. So students can create endless combinations for their robot with a variety of materials that they can choose from. For the to improve this activity, I would give students several materials to choose from to create their design. I would then have students work through the engineering design process with planning, creating, improving, all of that good stuff. I would also not give the students the directions because I want to see if they can use their prior knowledge of motors to get the motor to work, and then transferring the motor to whatever design they want to use for their robot and see if they can get that battery, that motor, to make the robot move. Here is the STEM practices chart. So for science, I should have highlighted ask questions, develop and use models, and also plan and carry out investigations because students are doing all of this in that activity when it's revamped up a little bit. For engineering, they're defining their problems, they're developing and using that model, they're planning and carrying out investigations, and they're designing solutions. For technology, students are learning how to use new technology as they become available, and they have to recognize the role that technology plays in the advancement of science and engineering. For math, they have to use appropriate tools strategically and look for and make use of structure. For the STEM lesson checklist, I answered yes to all of the questions for this revamped lesson. Since students are now being challenged to build a robot, they really like the idea of robots and creating things. Students are able to design the robot with whatever materials they choose. Science plays a big role, as well as math in this project. And students go through the engineering design process as shown here. Students work in teams to create and design their robots. They're making a prototype. Students are being introduced to motors and batteries and how they work together to make something move. And then the last questions here, students are going to work in teams for this entire activity. Students can test the results and can improve their design based on the results. And after testing their robots, students can share their design and process with the class. Thank you so much for watching.